Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we shall be looking at traffic light sequencing using timers. So the whole sequence is going to be like this. We have the red light here that will come on for 20 seconds, and then after the red light, the yellow light and the red light will come on or will stay on for 8 seconds. Then after that, the green light will come on for 20 seconds. After the green light, I will have just yellow on its own coming on for 8 seconds. That will end the cycle, and after the yellow light on its own for 8 seconds, the next one that begins is the red light, and the cycle continues in that process again. Now in this circuit we will need 4 timers here, as I've grouped them here. So we have timer _0 that will stay on for 20 seconds to time the red light, and then timer _1, which is for 8 seconds, will time both red and yellow lights. Timer _2 will time the green light, and then timer _3 will time the yellow light on its own. So now let's go and have a look at how the whole thing will be done in the Siemens PLC portal. Now before that, we will need 4 outputs here. So we have one of the outputs here will be the red light, the yellow light, and the green light, and the other output will be an internal relay, which will be used to latch some of the outputs. So let's have a look at what we are going to do. I've already got my input and output tags here done. So I have, with the input, I have the start input, and then the one of the outputs here, which is the internal relay. I have the red light, yellow, and green. So let's go to the main OB block, the main organization block here. So we go to programs, and then I will click on the main OB1, that is the main organizing block 1. It takes a bit of time. So what I'm going to do is I would need the start switch here, and then I would need an output. So I'll add the output here. Now I'm going to name this as the start switch, and then this output here I'll give it as the internal relay, and that is IR. I'm going to latch this circuit here. Sorry, I don't mean that. I'm going to latch this circuit. So I've got this here, and this switch I'm going to give it the internal relay, which means I'm using one of the switches, one of the contacts in the internal relay, to latch itself here. So I've got this done here. Actually, I shouldn't probably latch it, because I'm going to use a detent switch. This start switch, actually in real terms, I would probably use a detent switch, but let me put a latch there. Now I would need another switch here to interrupt this after each cycle. So I'll put this switch here that's normally closed, and I will leave it there. Later on I'll come and name it. Okay, so now the next thing is I need these outputs here. I need the red light, and I will have another switch here. So that switch should be the internal relay to start the red light. So the internal relay, the moment the internal relay is activated, it starts the red light, and the red light will be on. I'll come back to this. I'll name this output here as red. I will need something here to interrupt the red light after the 20 seconds. So I'll put normally closed here. I'm not going to name it. I'll show you the reason why I'm not naming it here now, because I haven't got the name yet for it. I haven't got the timers there. The next bit that I need to have is another output. So I'll put in an input here, a switch here first. Then I'll put something to interrupt this switch, and then I'll put an output there. So this one should be the yellow light. Where's the yellow? So that is the yellow, and what I want the yellow to do is I will need an output here to start this yellow light, but that will come from the timer, the first timer that I will use, the number one timer, which I've named it timer _ 0 here. So I will leave these switches there for now, and then I will go and get my green light. So I'll put 2 switches there as well, and an output. I'm going to name this output as green. So now I've got a 3 outputs here aside the internal relay. I've got red, yellow, and green here. So the next thing that I'm going to get is to get the 4 timers here. So I'm going to use the T on here, the timer on delay. I'll put that one here, and I will change the name there. I'll change the name highlighted here to timer _ 0, and that should be enough for me. And then this one, I'll give it 20 seconds, and this is in milliseconds, so I'll put 2000 milliseconds. That should be 20 milliseconds here for me, or 20 seconds. And then what I'm going to do is that this timer here, timer _ 0, should be started by the internal relay. It should start the same time as the green light. So the internal relay, I'll put a switch here, and the internal relay should be there for me to start this timer here. And it's going to stay on for 20 seconds, and that is the one timing the red light. Okay, so after 20 seconds, after the 20 seconds is elapsed, it should start what is it called, the yellow light here. Where is the yellow? It should start the yellow light. So I'm going to put yellow, the timer _ 0 there, and I'm using its output to start the count of 8 seconds for both the yellow and the red. Okay, so that is done there for where is the yellow light here. Now let me go and get another timer here. So time on, and that is going to be timer underscore 1, and that is going to be for 8 seconds. So I'm going to put 8,000 milliseconds here, 8,000 milliseconds, and that is going to be 8 seconds there for me. And then I'm going to use its output to end both the yellow and the red light. So it means that after that timer underscore 1, 8 seconds elapsed, this red light, where's the red light? The red light should stop, same as the yellow light should also stop. So timer underscore 1, I'm using its output. So I've got these two done here. Then the next one will be, let me go and get timer underscore 2 here. So this is timer underscore 2, time on, and I'll pick the timer, and I'm going to do it this way, timer underscore 2, and this timer underscore 2 should stay on for 20 seconds. So I'll put 20,000 milliseconds here, and that should be 20 seconds here. And this timer, what should start this timer should be the end of timer 1. So the end of timer 1, timer underscore 1, please. Yes, should start this one. So I'm putting something here, and this one should start. So I'll put I'm going to choose timer underscore 1 here, and its output should start the green light. Its output should start this light, and that output, timer underscore 1, should start timer underscore the end of timer underscore 1 should start timer underscore 2, and that should also start the green light. So timer underscore 1, where is the green light here? Timer underscore 1 should start the green light, and then timer underscore 2, that's the third timer, after 20 seconds should end this one, the green light should end the green light. So I'm using its output. Got that timer underscore 2 stay on for 20 seconds. So after 20 seconds should end the green light. So we've got this here. We've got all the timers. We've got what is starting them, what they are also doing. Now we have the last timer to bring in, timer underscore 3, and that is time on delay, and I'm going to name this timer underscore 3, and this timer should be started by the end of the 20 seconds, which is being counted by timer underscore 2. So I will have this one here, and timer underscore 2, its output should start this for, and this timer underscore 3 is going to stay on for 8 seconds. So that's 8,000 milliseconds here. And what I'm going to do is that this timer underscore 2, that's the third timer here, this timer underscore 2 should start the yellow light, so that timer underscore 3 will end the yellow light. So where is the yellow light? The yellow light, that's it here. So what I'm going to do is to have an OR circuit here. Where's the yellow light? Where am I gone? So I'll highlight this, then I'll bring that one, and then I'll put this here, and I'll put another one there, and I'll end it that way here. So what I'm trying to say is that timer underscore 2, that is the third timer, should start this one. So I'm going to select timer underscore 2, and its output should start this one. And then timer underscore 3, that's after the 8 seconds, should end this one here. So we have the process in place, and I'm not sure I have done any mistake, but let's go up here to this. See, we've got all the timers here. The fourth timer is timer underscore 3. Please don't get confused. The fourth timer is timer underscore 3, and that one here is ending the last amber light, or the last yellow light, 8 seconds. This one. Okay, now let's come back here. So that timer underscore 3, which is the fourth timer, should also interrupt this one, so that the process will again begin. So I'm going to get timer underscore 3, its output should, that's after the last 8 seconds here, this 8 seconds here, the process should start again. The cycle should start again. So I have this one here, I have this timer here done here, and then that's going to interrupt this, and once that is interrupted, all the timers are interrupted, and they will begin again afresh, start counting afresh. That's why I didn't put any switches here to interrupt them. I could do, because there are so many ways that you could write this circuit, write the code of this circuit here. So all that I'm looking for is what I've done here, and I don't want to make it that complex. I want it to be very simple. So let me go through it again with you. We have the internal relay that is starting the red light. So the internal relay starts the red light, and then it also starts it starts the red light, and then at the end of the red light, 20 seconds, we have timer 0. We have timer 0 starting, timer underscore 0 starting the yellow light. Start the yellow light, and then it also starts the timer underscore 0, or will also start timer underscore 1, and that should start timer underscore 1, which actually I've missed here. It should start timer underscore 1. It should start timer underscore 1, so that will be counted for 20 seconds. So the timer underscore 0 will start timer underscore 1, and it will count for 8 seconds. Excuse me, it counts for 8 seconds, and then timer underscore 1 will, the output at the end of 8 seconds for timer underscore 1 will end both the yellow light and the red light. Okay, timer underscore 1 should start the green light and also start timer underscore 2. So I have timer underscore 1, the output of timer underscore 1 starting timer underscore 2, and then it should also start a green light. So let's check where the green light is. That's timer underscore 1, and then timer underscore 2 stays on for 20 seconds, and its output will end the green light. Timer underscore 2 will also, its output will also start the timer underscore 3, and will also start the yellow light here. At the end of 8 seconds for timer underscore 3, the yellow light is interrupted where is star 1 here. It interrupts the main circuit and the whole process starts again. So let's start the simulation and see how the whole thing goes. First of all, I'm using simulation here, so I don't have the hardware here. I have to use the simulation, the PLC 7 sim here. So I'm just going to click on that, but I can compile first to see if everything is okay, and then I start the whole circuit. So I'm just doing a compilation here, and everything came out good, no errors, no warnings. So what I'm going to do is just to start a simulation. It takes a bit of time. So I'm going to set this one on. The monitoring also on. Okay. So gradually we are getting there. It's taking a bit of time. And then yeah, still not finished loading. A bit slow. Still loading. Okay, done now. So I'll go to the sim table and then I'll just pick on Same table 1. And I'm going to load the project tags here. So I have the project tags, and I'll go down here and see where my start button is. My start button is, I think, the 5th from the bottom here. So let me just go on here. So that's that one here. Okay, now for you to see everything going on here, I'm just going to scroll this up here so that you can actually okay, I think that should be okay for me. Let me see if I can get all the green lights. The green light, the red. That's red, yellow, and where's the green? Okay, so red, yellow, green. So I'm going to switch this one on here. Now you can see the red light here. So, yeah, the red light is on, and it's counting for 8 seconds. I think once I've got this done, I can just make this. So now it's red and yellow, as you can see here. It's red and yellow. After 8 seconds, the red and yellow gone. So let's go and see green. Where is green here? And that's green. After green for 20 seconds, it comes back to yellow again. Can you see yellow? See yellow? And then it goes back on again to red. The process is carrying on. The process is carrying on. So we have the red now. After the red for 20 seconds, it comes to yellow and red. Yellow and red now. Okay. Now let me slightly scroll this. And we can see green here now. Green has taken over. So that's green somewhere down here by my arrow. If you can see it slightly there. And after that, it goes back to green, sorry, yellow. And the process carries on. So we can now also look at the timers, see how the timers are working. See the elapsed time counting there for timer underscore 0. And once that is done, it shifts to that timer underscore 1, and that start counting. So this is what it is like. This is what it is like. And I have the latch here which is working. I don't want to take this one out. And this is the reason why I said that actually if I didn't really bring the latch here, this is going to work. So thank you all for watching, and expect some more videos from me. This is Owusu here, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channels. I've got a YouTube channel. You can look for that and subscribe to that for more videos on various good topics.